As I began the journey for this month's presentation, I have to confess that I started to feel a bit like Alice in Wonderland. Alice in Wonderland. Like Alice, I began the journey through a provocation, a brief glimpse of an interesting and even whimsical oddity, my white rabbit. Then what began as a tiny step through the looking glass of my own safe cultural container became an uncomfortable but necessary exploration way outside the container. You know, we can choose to examine a faraway object in the night sky with binoculars or a telescope. Or we can choose to examine a very tiny object with a magnifying glass or a microscope. Sometimes we don't intentionally choose the option that will provide more clarity. Sometimes it's just easier not to. But chasing my white rabbit became a full-on tumble down a rabbit hole of questions, with clarity as a possible reward. So just like the story, I've decided to take you down the rabbit hole a ways with me tonight. And just like the story, I'm hoping you'll be intrigued, amused, even disturbed, and mostly challenged by the tumble. Now, before I share my white rabbit story, I want to ask you some basic questions, not so much to solicit any instant answers, but more for you to make a mental note of your immediate inner reflexes to the questions. So for later, try to remember what those reflexes were. What words matter to you? And is that because the meaning or the experience of those words matter to you? Can the meaning of a word be colored or even distorted by values and symbols? Is there such a thing as the true meaning of a word? And is it important to search for that true meaning?